From the KBIA newsroom in Columbia, I'm Amina Jenkins. New research shows that voters are more likely to vote for a certain candidate based on their support of mental health policy. As KBIA's Jenny Matos reports, voters suggest that it's more important to them than many other social issues.
Jake Hazelworth is an associate professor of political science at Mizzou's College of Arts and Sciences and the main researcher behind the study. He found voters aren't as concerned about taxing the rich or closing the border as they are about finding a candidate who shares their goals about mental health care policy.
I hope that it starts to stir a conversation that, again, my motivation in doing this is, why isn't government doing more? Why aren't politicians doing more? And certainly some are, right? So some choose to champion this issue. But it hasn't really broken through. And
the findings are based on a study conducted by researchers at more than 50 universities nationwide, which asked voters to rank competing issues. I'm Jenny Matos, KBIA News.
The Missouri Attorney General's office has sent 33 cease and desist letters to what it called unlicensed retailers selling cannabis and marijuana products outside of what the state constitution allows. Catherine Hanaway's office said lab testing confirmed that many of the businesses sold substances containing lead, arsenic, mercury, ethanol, and other contaminants. Hanaway is demanding the businesses cease the sale of the products and their use of deceptive packaging and labeling. Residents of a Missouri town will soon be able to breathe a little easier. As Sarah Fenton reports, a wrecked truck carrying tofu had been stinking up the community.
Crews have finally begun to clean up the wreck near the town of Jerome. The operator of the semi drove off the road more than 3 weeks ago near mile marker 172 on Interstate 44. The truck's load, consisting at least partially of boxes of tofu, became pungent as temperatures rose. The Missouri Department of Transportation contracted with a towing company that finally hauled the truck from its smelly resting spot earlier this week. MoDOT Central District Communications Manager Marcia Johnson confirmed the truck and the trailer have been removed.
The crew is working to clean up the rest of the debris from the crash, and they hope to have everything wrapped up by the end of the week.
She said coordinating with the carrier's insurance had caused the holdup. I'm Sarah Fenton, St. Louis Public Radio.
Multiple state agencies put out a warning this week about a concerning new opioid that is becoming more prevalent in the state, nitazene. Nitazene is a synthetic opioid that is 5 to 10 times more potent than fentanyl. The growing presence of the drug was identified using wastewater surveillance of schools throughout the state. Dr. Heidi Miller is the Chief Medical Officer for the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services and says infinitesimal amounts of nitazene can lead to an overdose.
This is a reminder for us to be vigilant, to do everything we can to educate our children and ourselves, to not even try it once. Because this is so potent, it is possible for one dose to overdose.
Miller adds that due to nitazene's strength, it could take multiple doses of naloxone, an opioid overdose reversal medication, to fully reverse an overdose. I'm Amina Jenkins, KBIA News, Columbia.